Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and Merry Christmas, everyone. It is now Christmas Day. It is finally upon us. Yes, I can't believe we've made it to Christmas. We've survived most of 2021. We still got a week to go, but hey, we made it, folks, and that's an accomplishment. And so, normally in these videos, what I do is I show, it's a kind of a tradition, I show every vintage computer I currently own. But this year, everything's all spread out and such. It's just kind of hard to do this year. So, I'm going to do it a little bit differently this year. And what I'm going to do is, you may recall, in Nostalgia Mall Christmas this year, I picked up two Packard Bell computers, a Packard Bell Legend 130 CD Supreme and a Packard Bell Legend 1540 Supreme. And both of them need overview videos done of them. So, I think what I'm going to do for my Christmas Day video this year is I'm just going to go ahead and make a video about both of them all in one video. And so, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first Packard Bell that I picked up this month is the Packard Bell Legend 130 CD Supreme. You saw me go bring it home and set it up and get it up and running. And now in this video I'm going to show it actually running and doing what it's supposed to. The computer arrived in one piece, thankfully. It came all the way from Washington State, and there were a few chips in the plastic, but that was from the previous owner. It was already like that beforehand, so, and the chips that are in it I don't care about. But you can see that other than this big chip right here and the plastic, it is in tip-top shape. There's no yellowing on it whatsoever except for the CD-Rom drive, which by the way works beautifully. It is very, very rare to find a Packard Bell CD-ROM drive that still works, but this one does. And the monitor here is different from the last one we had on here. This is actually the monitor that came with the Legend 1540 Supreme that we saw in yesterday's video. It's I just felt that the digital monitor would suit the 1540 a little bit better, so I brought this monitor over here for the 130 CD, and it works just fine on here. Although it does need a good cleaning, which I haven't gotten around to doing yet. And we'll take a look at the spec sticker. It sports a 100 megahertz Pentium processor, a 1.2 gigabyte hard drive, which didn't come with it when I got it. The seller pulled the hard drive out of there for security reasons. Originally had 8 megabytes of memory, but in the previous video of this computer we upgraded it to 24 megs. And by the way, back to the hard drive, we put in a 2 gigabyte CF card in the back of it there. Quad speed CD-ROM drive still in there, works great, surprisingly. And this I've had a 130 CD Supreme before in the past. Now, I had a Legend 130 CD Supreme once before in the past, and that was back in 2012. It was identical to this computer in every way except for the motherboard. It had a PB600 board. This one, on the other hand, has the Hillary board. But the original 130 CD Supreme I had to sell not long after I got it because I needed the money. Thankfully, I'm in a spot now where I don't really see myself having to sell off any of these Packard Bells again, so hopefully this is here to stay this time. And because it has the Hillary board, it really brings back some fond memories of the Legend 402 CD I had for many years, which I bought back in 2010. Ran beautifully, never had a problem with it, but I had to sell it in 2017 in order to have the money to purchase the corner Packard Bells. So the 402 CD was not given up in vain. It sacrificed itself so I could have the corner Packard Bells. So no problem there. And besides, I got this one here now to kind of take the 402's place. And because this is a Supreme model Packard Bell, what does Supreme mean exactly on a Packard Bell? Well, it actually means absolutely nothing hardware-wise. But what it does mean is that it was sold exclusively at Sears, which is very interesting. It's sad to see the state that Sears is in these days. There's only one Sears left in my area, and that's at Friendly Shopping Center in Greensboro, which I've shown in a couple of videos in the past. It's still hanging in there, just barely. I'm surprised it's still there, but anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and power this computer on. This computer originally came with Windows 95, supposedly, but I have opted to install Windows for Workgroups 3.11 on here instead. It just feels like an appropriate operating system for this kind of computer. Boy, that refresh rate's going to need some adjusting if we're going to do any video on this computer for any length of time. So let me see if I can adjust that for you. Alright, let's do some exploring of this Windows install. Now, one thing I've done differently with this install of Windows 3.x is normally I install plugin for Windows, which adds the functionality for nested program groups, gives you a clock up here and other little doodads. But I decided for this computer I will go for a more vanilla looking program manager, so I forego the plugin for Windows install, and I think it looks quite sharp this way. Okay, as is tradition, let's check out Packard Bell Navigator.
Welcome from Packard Bell.
I clicked it before we had to listen to a pointless mouse lesson joke. Go ahead to adjust the brightness there. I don't know why on the Windows 3.1 version of Navigator My First Encyclopedia is never shown in the software room, even though it is installed on here. It is indeed. I don't know why I went country there for a second. There's all our system manuals. Standard Navigator. Nothing exciting to see there, really. Nothing you haven't seen a million times on this channel already. But let's play a game of 3D Ultra Pinball. One of the first computer games I ever played. Go to the Sierra group. Okay, I was a little too hasty there. Oh yeah, remember this on Windows 3.1 that we had to endure? This may take a few minutes, folks. Hang on. Alright, almost done. Adjust the monitor a little bit.
Phew, Sierra.
Alright, let's find us a table to play. Let's do the command post. I've always liked it.
Command post table up and running. Shoot back alley lanes to initiate bonus events. Good luck.
Why, thank you. Believe it or not, I have never played any of the other 3D Ultra Pinball games. This is the only one I've ever played, the original from 1995. I've never played any of the sequels. I probably should try them someday. I know they had like a dinosaur one. Oh, that was embarrassing. That was also embarrassing. This is one of those games I used to play with my dad a lot back in the day. He really liked this game. Alrighty. We've got one more ball after this. And it's game over. Believe it or not, the first time I ever played 3D Ultra Pinball was on Windows 3.1 on my aunt's Gateway 2000. She had a copy of it, and I thought it was so amazing because my dad had an actual physical pinball machine at his convenience store that I would play on all the time. And so, the thought of being able to play pinball on a computer was fascinating. Of course, in 1995, especially for someone my age, anything a computer could do was fascinating. I still think 1995 was probably one of the biggest years when it came to computer technology. So much good software came out. The Pentium was becoming mainstream, and of course we had Windows 95 come out that year. It was just like the perfect storm that year. I think with computers, 1995 was to the 90s what 1981 was to the 80s. I'm talking a bunch of nonsense, probably, but anyway, we got a game over here. And there you go, 3 Ultra Pinball. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do some MIDI test with the Packard Bell audio station. Wherever that may be. Oh, it's under sound 144, I think. Yes. Let's load us up some sample MIDIs. Funny thing about this particular MIDI file, Canon, is that I actually played it on my Sound Blaster Audigy on my Carolina Flyer and recorded it into the line input of my main computer and used it as the background music in the video we played at my wedding last year. So Packard Bell, believe it or not, played a part in my wedding in some small little way. My favorite. And we don't want to save that. Now let's give a DOS game a try. And because it's Christmas, I feel like we should play a Christmas game. So let's go to our games directory. And sorry for the flickering. We'll go to Jazz. Okay, I think I knocked out the left speaker for some strange reason. Let me check this out first. Okay, I had to wiggle the cable a little bit. I think the left speaker input jack might need some deoxit or something. Let's play some Jazz Jackrabbit Holiday Hair 1994. Love the music in this game. usually play this with cheat codes, but I'm going to be brave this time for you folks. I've been hit. Okay, I'm not doing so well now. Invincibility, that's what I need. Alrighty. These were probably, I imagine, pretty impressive graphics for 1994. Which I missed out on because I did not even know what a computer was in the year 1994. Wasn't introduced to them until summer 1995. My life was changed forever when that happened. And you know, as amazing, it's so amazing that technology has come so far in the last 26 years since this computer was built. I mean, we have AMD Ryzen's, Windows 11, so many distros of Linux nowadays, and all these high-powered graphical computer games, mostly FPSs now, I guess, but... And I use a modern computer, of course, or else I couldn't really survive nowadays without one. But when you come back to the past, when these computers like this were brand new, you kind of relive the excitement that we experienced back then, when everything like this was brand new. Technology was moving so fast at the time. You had stores like Best Buy, CompUSA, Circuit City. And all these stores had rows and rows and rows of software and computer games. Something you just don't see anymore because everyone downloads everything now. And as far as computer games are concerned, you download everything off Steam these days. And there's nothing wrong with that. No. Nothing at all wrong with that. But I just feel like when this computer was new, things were just a little bit more exciting. But that's just my personal opinion. No need to come at me with pitchforks and torches. Besides, it's the Christmas season. That's not the nicest thing to be doing this time of year. Alright. We're close to the end of the level, but not quite. Teleportation. Okay, that's not nice. And that gives us access to the bonus level. Almost there. There we go. Alright, got another one of these. Alright, one more. And I think that's enough of Jazz Jackrabbit 94. So let's go ahead and close out. I just really like this music. Alright, with that, let's shut down the 130 CD Supreme and check out the other Packard Bell that we added to the collection this December. And welcome back to the Packard Bell Legend 1540 Supreme that we picked up on a road trip video, which should have gone live yesterday on Christmas Eve. And this has taken the place of the corner Packard Bell. Don't worry, the corner Packard Bell is still here. It's still running great. I just needed a change of scenery, and the corner Packard Bell needed a nice little rest. So don't worry about it. It's still here. But anyway, I've been needing a designer tower in my collection again for a couple of years now. I sold them all off a while back, so yeah, it's good to finally have one, because you have to admit, these things are a work of art. That's some of Packard Bell's best design work there. Of course, it's not really Packard Bell that designed it. It was Frog Design. Frog Design designed all of Packard Bell's cases in the mid-90s. And you can see I've swapped monitors out. This is the monitor that I had on the 130 CD Supreme. I just felt that this monitor suited this computer a little bit more. Okay, we'll take a closer look at it. This is the 8-speed CD-Rom drive, which also still works just fine. That's a big surprise, considering these Packard Bell systems, their CD-ROM drives are always the first things to go. And it plays just about everything. There were a couple of recorded CDs that it wouldn't read, but I think that's because they were recorded at too fast of a speed. Other than that, the CD drive works fine. There's our floppy drive. And there's our spec sticker. This is a Legend 1540 Supreme. Originally had a 133 megahertz Intel Pentium, which I upgraded to a Pentium MMX overdrive chip. Originally had a 2 gig hard drive in it. It's still in there, it's just disconnected. I'm now running it off a 8 gigabyte CF card. Originally had 16 megs of RAM, but I upgraded it to 48 megs, which all these upgrades were done in the previous video, by the way. Designed for Windows 95. And this computer was manufactured on October 22nd, 1996. And this Design for Windows 95 sticker is not original. I just had this lying around and thought it would suit this computer quite well. And again, this is a Supreme model of Packard Bell, meaning that it was sold exclusively at Sears. Now, this Packard Bell has a very unique way of turning on, and I will demonstrate that for you right now. Hey Google, turn on the Legend 1540 Supreme.
Okay, turning on Legend 1540 Supreme.
Isn't modern technology great? That is so pointless, but it's so cool at the same time. Alright, booting into Windows 95. No hard drive noise whatsoever. Okay, we'll log on to my domain server. Alright, let's take a closer look at this computer. Okay, we'll go into our system properties. And as you can see, we are running Windows 95 D Lite, the final version, which I do need to do a video of at some point. We have a S3 Trio 64V Plus, because this computer is sporting a PV680 Orlando board. A Sound 3 modem. There's our Packard Bell monitor. We have a Netgear PCI card in here for networking. And there's our Packard Bell sound card and Voodoo graphics. This has a Voodoo 1 in here. And obligatory Packard Bell Navigator.
Bell. We offer you...
And this is Navigator 3.6. Let's check out our workspace for a change. What's this invoice? Boring and generic. Just like me. Ooh, a newsletter, huh? Inside this newsletter, lorem ipsum dolor sit amet on sectur apedisingilit. Wonder what language this is. It's almost German, maybe. Dolor. Maybe I should have used Google Translate on that. That would have been funny. Info room. And we have all the proper system manuals for this computer because I was able to copy the master boot record over from the original hard drive that came with this computer. Which means we can access the system credentials, which can be found right here. There's our format number. And thank goodness it exceeds all test parameters. I have never found a Packard Bell that didn't exceed all test parameters. Of course, if it didn't, I don't think they'd be putting it on there or even selling the computer to begin with. But there's our manufacturing date, October 1996, 5:19 p.m. Presumably Pacific Daylight Time, because these were made in Sacramento, California. Alright, let's play a game. How about some Monster Truck Madness? Trippy. Ta-da! Okay, so that completely crashed the system for some reason. It is... Look what it's done here. What was done to the taskbar. I have never had Monster Truck Madness do this to any computer before in my entire life. So this is very unrecommended. I probably should reboot, but I can be a bit of a dummy at times. I should have known. I should have known. Yeah, it's... We're going to need a reboot. It's very peculiar. Alright, one more try. I got it all rebooted now. It's working much better now. Let's see if this kills the system again. I think it has. So for whatever crazy reason, Monster Truck Madness just can't work on this computer. What a shame. What a shame. Okay, Monster Truck Madness is a complete bust, unfortunately. That's a shame because this computer, with the hardware it has, would run it beautifully, but maybe Monster Truck Madness 2 will give us more luck. Okay, that works. And let's change it over to 3D effects because we're awesome like that. There we go. And we'll change it to joystick. Always got to be Carolina Crusher. That looks like a fun one. And we'll get rid of our opponents. Why? Because I'm crazy! And let me reach back here for the joystick. Ooh, 3D effects.
Please fasten your seatbelts for return to the upright position. This is going to be a little bit bumpy.
Alrighty. I think my joystick needs calibrating again, which I just did the other day. Turn the wheel or joystick all the way to the left. And click next. Okay, maybe that took care of it. And it didn't. Well, we'll just have to make do. As long as I keep driving, it's okay. And I just realized there's horrible, horrible flicker. I apologize. I really need better video equipment, guys. I really do. So I'm using just an ordinary home video camcorder, which is designed for recording your kid's birthday party, basically. I'm not sure why the joystick is uncalibrated again. You know, it's not a nostalgia mall video without something going wrong. Yep, no wonder. Calibration's completely off. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. That's much better. Alright, something a little bit more familiar to me. Earthworm Jim, my favorite computer game of all time. While we're playing it, it's Christmas. Just got to. Let's see if we can play a different level than what we usually play. Let's try Down the Tubes for a change. And this game runs smoothly on here, for the most part. Okay, why did that happen? And that sound means that we have to go back because something new has appeared. Okay, the part coming up, if it wasn't for this cheat code that we have for invincibility, we'd be dead in no time. Because this is impossible to do. I remember my dad trying for weeks and weeks to get past this this part where you have to drive this thing around. It is a nightmare. That took care of him. And here we go again with this thing. The CD is a bit wore out because the CD audio is starting to skip. like any other music CD would. But I've had this CD since 1996, and it's gotten a lot of use. Now, the thing that irritates me about this part right here is there's no other way to avoid taking damage. Okay, let's give this computer a MIDI test with some Christmas carols. Let's find a good one here. Oh, my favorite. Angels from the Realms of Glory. Okay, we gotta try out a DOS game, so let's exit to MS-DOS, and I think it's probably appropriate since we played Holiday Hair 94 on the other Packard Bell that we should try out Holiday Hair 95 on here. I think it's under Games, Jazz 95. There we go. Help if I press the enter key properly. Okay, I don't know why it went so fast through there. Well, let's calibrate that joystick. Oop. Alright. This is the first Jazz Jackrabbit game I ever played, actually. And that was back in November of 2010, thanks to a YouTube video I saw from LGR. Yes, I've been watching LGR that long. And that introduced me to the world of Jazz Jackrabbit. Again, I've said this so many times on the channel, but I wish I'd known of this game's existence back in the day. I would have been crazy over it, I just know it. There we go. Is that level completed? Oh, that bird didn't last long. Whew. That was a quick playthrough of those two levels, wasn't it? Usually don't get through it that quick, especially without cheats. We'll go ahead and play this, why not? I think I will go ahead and put in invincibility. Energizer Bunny reference because 90s. It's a shame there was never a Holiday Hair 1996. There was a Holiday Hair 98 though, based off of Jazz Jackrabbit 2. But it's lacking in my opinion. Alright, this is irritating. There we go. And that's even more irritating. Come on, you. Come on. I don't know why I went British all of a sudden. Almost there. Last level. There we go. There we go. That's probably the quickest I've gotten through there. Don't miss the continuing adventures of Jazz. Alright. Alright, that's all there is to see of this computer. Both of these Packard Bells will be seen quite a bit on this channel, I'm sure of. And the cool thing about this Packard Bell is that it was a Christmas gift from my wife. And so I am very grateful to you for getting this for me if you're watching this. So thank you very much. Let's go ahead and shut it down the same way we turned it on. Hey Google, turn off the Legend 1540 Supreme.
Alright, turning off Legend 1540 Supreme.
And so that concludes this year's Nostalgia Mall Christmas. I know I didn't get to make all 13 videos like I normally do every year, but you gotta understand, circumstances in my life have been a little bit crazy, I guess you could say, this year. It's been, I'm just going to be blunt with you, it's been a pretty bad year for me. But at the same time, I am very blessed to this year have my first full year of marriage, and with a wonderful wife, and I'm very glad for that. I'm also blessed that I was hired for my dream job this year, and I've really been having a blast doing that. And so those are definitely two things that I'm grateful for this year. Oh, and I'm also grateful that my friend Computer Kid 1416 was able to visit me this past summer. That was a lot of fun. Oh, what else? Oh, and of course, we've ended the year with 2 new Packard Bells. Isn't that great? Hey, if you can end the year with some Packard Bell fun, then that's definitely a win there. I'm hoping that 2022 for the Nostalgia Mall will be a lot better than 2021 because, well, let's be honest here, there was a severe lack of videos this year. Yeah, like I said, it's been a rough year, but I'm hoping things in 2022 will slowly but surely ease itself out, and we'll be able to go back into making videos every week again like we used to at some point. I know one thing that's really been bothering me about making videos lately is just the quality of them. I mean, I feel like the quality of my videos needs to really improve. I'm grateful that I've gotten some camera lights for Christmas last year. That's helped quite a bit. I still need to figure out how to position them so they don't glare on CRT monitors. So I've got to do some adjusting with that. I'm hoping at some point in the new year to get a lapel microphone for this camera, because this camera has a mic input on it that I've been really wanting to take advantage of ever since I got this camera, gosh, I think 3 years ago. And last year sometime I did buy a wired lapel mic, but when I connected it to this camera, I was getting no audio into it. It was bizarre. I did some research, and apparently this camcorder, the only type of microphone that will work on it is one that has some kind of external power to it, like a wireless lapel mic. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of shopping around and see if I can find a good wireless lapel mic to go with this camcorder. So hopefully at least the audio quality of my videos will improve. I mean, the microphone on this camera is good. It's I believe it, I see 2 mics on it, so I guess it does use stereo sound. But there's always room for improvement. And at some point I would like to get a better camcorder. I would maybe not a camcorder, but maybe like a DSLR camera. I know a lot of YouTubers use those type of cameras these days, but the problem with that is they cost quite a bit. And you know, and there have been times I've noticed that the video quality on my smartphone is better than the video quality on my actual camcorder that I'm using right now. But using my phone to record everything can be quite a chore, especially getting the video files off of it, having to turn it off, pull the SD card out of it, and put it in the computer. It's a Motorola phone, so you have to use one of those little pins to stick in the side and pull the card out, and the SIM card comes out with it, and it can be a real mess. So yeah, hopefully the quality of my videos will improve. I'm also, it's a little controversial perhaps, but I'm also considering scripting my videos more, because I've always had trouble with ad-libbing, which is I'm having to do right now. But so far so good. I haven't had any flubs yet. So I'm not sure how to properly do that. I just don't have the room for a teleprompter or anything, and and I don't want to have to always be reading off a script, but we'll figure something out. Don't worry. But yeah, I just feel like the quality of my videos could improve quite a bit, and so I'm going to try my best to see that happens, because you guys deserve the best out of these videos. So anyway, I just want to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And you know what's next week, of course. You know what it's time for. The annual New Year's Eve countdown video of the Packard Bell Legend 822 CDT. That's definitely going to be a thing this year. It's been a tradition for many, many years on the channel, and we're going to keep it going. And so I always look forward to doing that. It's a little nerve-wracking. Because you just never know when something may go wrong. It could be 30 seconds to midnight and the computer could blue screen, which thankfully, knock on wood, has never happened. But we'll just hope that it doesn't. But I have confidence that it won't. So I hope you look forward to that next week for New Year's. And so again, a very Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year from the Nostalgia Mall. This is Billy Core, signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You may also support me on Patreon if you would like. The links to these are in the description below. Until next time, this is Billy Core wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.